Purcell here, and I'm here with Mr. August Pfluger. Mr. Pfluger, thank you for being here to speak with us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. Well, we're going to hop right into it. First thing I want to talk about is, I think it's the topic that's on everybody's mind, is the funding fight for DHS. You're somebody who, in all of our conversations, you've prided yourself on being a bipartisan member of our legislature. And so where does this fall on your list of priorities, and what are your coming days going to look like in this kind of continued fight that we're seeing?
Well, it's the top priority. We're almost 50 days into a government shutdown, specifically of DHS. That includes Border Patrol, ICE, TSA, and many of the other entities. Remember, this is the organization that was founded in the wake of 9/11, the worst terror attack in the history of our country. This is the organization with officers who are set to protect our country from terror attacks and our homeland from folks that would do us evil. So I don't take it lightly. I have voted 4 times now to fund the entire department, including our TSA agents who serve at Mathis Field and the Border Patrol agents and those that protect us. So unfortunately, what we're seeing is not a bipartisan product. It is now a fight between Republicans and Democrats have chosen to be the party of open borders, which is very sad. It's tragic because why can't we remember those terror attacks that hit our own country? I fought overseas. I fought terrorists in the Middle East. We would much rather keep that terrorism away from our borders, and funding DHS, which includes ICE and Border Patrol and Customs and all these agencies that not only do deportations, but they also do criminal work against trafficking organizations, against cartels, against those organizations that then mix between terrorism and cartels. So it's really sad. It's tragic. We're looking for every possible solution. I think we're very close to finding one, but we will not get a single Democrat to vote in favor of funding DHS, which is a very sad state of affairs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, the next topic I want to hit on is this war that we're seeing in Iran. I wanted to ask you, what's your message for Americans who put a lot of stock in the president's early pledge for that no new wars pledge, and now they might be feeling, I don't know, scared or confused or even angry? What's kind of your message for those Americans here locally?
Well, again, it ties right back into terrorism. This is the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism, a group that I've seen over my professional career in the military, 26 years, that has killed thousands of Americans. And that's not hyperbole, that is a fact. Very proud of what Goodfellow does to train the next generation of intelligence professionals who have gone out and they've done the research and proven to the president and to the administration that this regime, as reported in many news outlets and as the president said last night, was very close to getting a nuclear weapon. You cannot have the largest state sponsor of terrorism, the Ayatollah, who had a nuclear weapon that could hold the world hostage. So yes, it's a very difficult thing. Many presidents for the last few decades have said that they would do something about it, yet they did not. And finally, President Trump took the bold action. It's hard. We need to wrap it up quickly. We need the Strait of Hormuz to open. And I think he's pledging to do that. And I'm so proud of our military and the forces. And I'm praying for them because these are very difficult things, but the world will be a safer place because of the actions that President Trump has taken, although they are very difficult to go through. And we're seeing that right now. We all pray that this will wrap up very quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you kind of, I think you kind of hit on it a little bit, but the president went on primetime TV last night, gave a speech. I want to hear your key takeaways from that speech last night. What are some points that stuck with you?
Well, I think the most important thing for us to take away is the praise that he gives to our military, the praise that he gives to those airmen and soldiers and sailors and Marines that are coming out of Goodfellow for the work that they're doing, because the military objectives, I think, are being accomplished in record time. And that is a testament to the professionalism that our service members bring to the fight. And again, these are tough things. And it's not, it doesn't go unnoticed that very few countries were willing to help. But we should remember that President Obama sent billions of dollars to Iran, that he signed a nuclear deal that basically gave them the technology to pursue not just the conventional energy needs that a nuclear program would provide, but also the weaponization of a nuclear weapon. And we're having to undo that, and I really appreciate the fact that we have bold leadership. Again, this is hard, and I understand that people don't want endless wars. They don't want forever wars. President Trump campaigned on that. I think he means that, but that doesn't mean that you turn a blind eye to a cancer that was about to metastasize into the largest state sponsor of terrorism, then having a nuclear weapon. This is a very, very hard decision. The president made it. I support him in that. We also support his endeavor to end this very quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is there anything that maybe we didn't discuss that you wanted to talk about? Anything you wanted to give context to? Anything from the last few months since we last spoke that you want to talk about?
Well, there's so many things going on in the country. We're obviously in a divided period, and I hope that we can come back together. But that's going to take a foundational understanding between both parties that the rule of law matters, that funding an organization who keeps us safe from cartels and trafficking and drugs and terrorism is important. And, you know, I'm praying for the country every single day on that. We continue to pass laws. I passed one last week. It was bipartisan with 41 Democrats voting in favor of that. So behind the scenes, and probably not reported as much, there is bipartisan work that is happening, but on the really important issues like the security and the safety of our country, we have to have an understanding that if we don't protect ourselves, there are organizations and terror groups around the world that do want to do us evil and do us harm, and they want to destroy our way of life, which is freedom and liberty and the ability to worship freely as we approach Easter weekend. That's really important. We're going to continue every single day to represent this district in the best way possible. And I hold town halls in order to get an understanding. I've been doing that this week, and we'll continue to listen to what the district is wanting and appreciate the opportunity to go to Washington and represent what is the best district in the country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you very much.
We
appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it, Ethan.
And hey, catch us next time.